But yeah, there are visitors to the village that will come in and create little events as that you will see. The goal is to get the most happy points, and you get those landing on spaces. But unlike a Mario Party game where the goal is the stars and the coins are purely secondary, let's see what he says here. And now this is one of my villagers, so one of the villagers in a town. And each game you play, one of your town villagers is like the host randomly. He says, "Yo, glad you squirts could make it today. I hope you're ready to sweat, because we're going to play hard. I'm Roald. I'm your super buff host for this game. Please don't stare at my muscles, buddy. Before we get started, I gotta ask the all-important question. Do you know the rules of the game?" Now, for the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and go to not really. Oh, really? In that case, I'll try to coach you through the important stuff as it comes up, buddy. Speaking of which, as your fully muscled game master, there's one thing I gotta go over right away. If you play for a whole month with this number of players, it should take about 1 hour and 15 minutes. I tend to get wrapped up in the competition. If you're like me, you might want to set a time limit. So what are we thinking, buddy? So basically, you can set a time limit of like 30 minutes, for example. And then once the time is up, you just finish the turn that you're on. You know, all the players, so it won't cut anybody off. Everyone gets a fair turn. But you finish that turn, and then the game's over. Of course, no time limit. You play every day in the calendar month. Since I split this video up into little parts, we'll go ahead and go no time limit. Yeah, no time limit sounds great. You can just focus on getting through a whole month of playing. Well, that's all I need to get started, buddy. Now get out there and collect as many happy points as you can, buddy. So we are on the 1st of the month, which is a Monday. And okay, as I was saying, the goal is happy points, but then there's also earning bells. You know, the money. I got a part-time job cleaning. Every time you land on a space, you get a little story element here. I got a part-time job cleaning up the public restroom. It's good to keep your community clean. And so she got 3 happy points and 950 bells. But as I was saying, the bells, did you notice the name on that? To Jew 22. I decided to rename one of the characters so that the person that I know that watches these videos for sure will be able to have someone to cheer on anyway, besides just cheering me on. Maybe he'll be cheering against me now. I found some gloves on the ground and returned them to their owner, who was so grateful. I even earned some money. So he got 3 happy points, 300 bells. But at the end of the game, the number of bells that you have, basically every 1,000 bells is worth 1 happy point. So really the bells are almost just as important as happy points, if not more important, because you can get a whole crap ton of bells and get a lot of happy points out of them. So there's actually more of a balance, whereas like I was saying, Mario Party, the coins by themselves don't mean much. It's all about the stars. Here, the coins mean quite a bit. You can have maybe a fair number of happy points, and at the end of a game, if you've got a crap ton of bells, then you're probably still going to end up with the higher score when winning first. So, oh yeah, now here's the thing that's interesting. People look at this and say it's a dice-based game, which it is, which it means there's a luck factor. But you can kind of sway the luck a little bit. Each of the characters in the game, I was telling you how each of the Amiibo cards has a dice number associated with each character. Well, those dice, if you want to go a certain number of spaces, and it will really come into play when I start playing the stalk market, when I buy some turnips, which you will see. You might want to go and land on a certain specific spot. Well, if you have a villager that has that number, you can scan that card, and your character will transform into the villager character. And if their face comes up on the die, you get that many spaces, and there's an increased chance, but it's not a guarantee. So, but it's just a way to kind of skew the luck element a little bit into a strategic aspect. When this happens, there is a stronger chance of rolling the numbers shown. However, you won't get a happy point for rolling the dice this way, so that's another thing. When you roll the die by scanning your Amiibo, you get a happy point. So we're just going to start off straight up. And we get a 5. Alright, so I can either land on the blue icons, like the one that's down from me. That's basically bad. That's a minus, so I probably don't want that one. Now I can get coins, and I can get happy points. Now there's another strategy here, though. It not just where you land, but see on the map on the bottom right, the little gyroid, the little characters with their arms going up and down. If in the course of the game you can get your card stamped by all 4 of them, because whenever you pass it, you've got a little like card, and they stamp it. If you get all 4 of them, you get a bunch of extra happy points. So you kind of want to strategically try to visit all 4 corners of the board if you can. So looking at that, I think I will start this way. I also kind of want to get some bells because of the turnips. I shook trees all over the town to earn some extra bells. I'm really tired, but my pockets are full. I earned 400 bells. Alright, Brent. That's a real world friend of mine. He got the big 6. Which way is he going? Going down. I let Shampoodle test out a new haircut on me. I don't really look any different, but at least they paid me to do it. Hey! I wouldn't mind getting paid to get a haircut. Okay, it's the 2nd. February 2nd, Groundhog Day. No special event. I thought there might be associated with it. And of course, you know, everybody takes a turn and you advance to the next day on the calendar. Might not be a special event, but there is a story element here. It's Groundhog Day. It's still cold outside, but knowing that spring is just around the corner makes me excited. And she had a happy point. Alright, Kaju, what are you going to do? Gets a 2. And he's going for the points and the money. It's Groundhog Day. The event celebrates the coming of spring, and I got a job setting up the stage. So you're the one that put up all them balloons and stuff back there. Then I took the opportunity to listen to the speech, and I was inspired by the good words. 3 points, 750 bells. Alright. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The right thumbstick moves where you can see what spaces you might land on. Oh, it looks like Chief is sunbathing there. Sunbathing. It's kind of cold out, isn't it, though? I'm surprised that pool's not frozen over. I'll just roll and see what I get. A 2. Oh no, that's not good. Today is Groundhog Day, so I went to hear a speech celebrating the approach of spring, but it's still cold outside and I felt like I was completely frozen. So I lost a happy point for that one. Brent's going 4. Which way is he going? I got a letter from my past self. Oh, he mailed letters to himself. I even remembered to send me some money. Way to go, past me. Damn. Must have sent it Western Union or something. That'd probably be kind of fun. Like, if you could send some letter to yourself and you forget about it, send it for like a couple years in the future, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got extra money. Today on stage, I used some gags my mentor gave me. They got more laughs for me than they ever did for him. Plus, I got piggity paid. Damn. Cha-ching. And with each day, too, you notice sometimes it's closer to night, sometimes it's daytime. Today it's snowing. I wish it was snowing in the real world. At Nookling Junction, I was the 10th customer of the day, so I won 10 bells as a prize. Oh, you're rich now! A whole freaking 10 bells! Woohoo! Alright, let's roll. Golly! I can't go anywhere. Oh, hey, we landed on the same space. I bumped into a friend I was just about to send a letter to. Lucky! Hey, cool, I don't have to send a letter to Ju. I'll just give it to him. Now we both got happy points. Alright, Brent. A 2. I'm going to make a snowman again today. Then I'll buy hot chocolate to warm up my cold hands. That's my current kick. Yep, cost you 200 for the hot chocolate dough, didn't it? Oh well, at least it didn't make you sad. It's the 4th. It's nighttime. You go, which way are you going? What you go? Oh, you must be worried about the path more than the spot. I did some singing in front of the station to make some pocket change and get some practice in. All I got was dirty looks. Aww. Alright, Ju, what you got? 5, dang. My friends and I had our first show for a theater group. Rehearsals were hard, but when the applause started, I knew they were worth it. 3 points. And sometimes on those cutscenes, depending on which amiibo you're using, if it happens to be a character that's in it, like sometimes KK Slider might be in a cutscene, or if you're Tom Nook and he's in a scene, then you can actually get points even though it wasn't your turn. Man, I'm just putting along here. I'll go this way. I'll get money so I can buy more turnips. I took an ID photo, but the picture didn't come out. I reported it to the company, and they gave me a refund and some extra to apologize. Cool. Good company. Might have to work with them again. I went for a stroll and saw that the Reset Surveillance Center was open. That's really rare, so I tossed a coin inside and made a wish. Alright, it's Friday. Friday. Uh-oh, Crazy Red's in town. Crazy Red's card shop. Well, hey there. Have I caught you at a busy time, friend? Sorry if I have. I'm selling a wide selection of useful cards at reasonable prices. There's something for everyone. If you're interested in checking out my wares, all you have to do is drop on by a special event space. When you land on a red space, you'll be able to buy all kinds of cards you can use on your turn. Each card will have a usage cost. So basically, you have to spend some bells to use a card, and the more the card does, or the better the card is, the more it'll cost you to use it. I picked up 2 Zap helmets. I sold one to the shop and got some bells. So now I have a cool helmet and some extra bells. One. Oh, he gets to visit Crazy Red. Well, hey there. Welcome to Crazy Red's card shop, friend. You can find all sorts of useful cards at very reasonable prices. So how about it, friend? Feel like taking a gander at some of my best cards? Of course he will. Just so you know, purchases are limited to 1 per customer. The price is 100 bells. Oh, move 5 card. So obviously, unlike using an Amiibo or one of the Amiibo cards, when you get this card, and I think you can hold up to 2 cards at a time, if I remember correctly. Of course, if there is something that's 5 spaces away, then you can guarantee you go exactly 5 spaces.